What I've got here is a sheet of acetate, and on this acetate I've photocopied an image that I want to project onto the canvas. This makes it easier when I'm positioning my image. That actually looks about right, just there. Yeah. Some people might think I'm cheating a bit, but it really does help. It cuts out a lot of time. And so basically I just draw around my image I have. And this is like an image from a piece that I found in newspaper. I've been reading like the New York Times when I was over in America. I've been working on a series of pie charts and tables. And basically I like this image because it reminded me of from the Staten Island ferry. It was just like the comparison that I liked, like the tall buildings, and it related to the way in which they're all different heights. It reminded me of that image from the Staten Island ferry. I've always wanted to go to New York, and because the place is just full of inspiration for me. It's just busy and there's just so much sort of happening. I took loads of photographs because it was just good to sort of take some information back home with you. And basically I just sort of got my camera and just click everything. A lot of people describe my ideas as postmodern because I pick up on different times and I mix them together. I'm not really looking for a new style of painting. I'm really looking for putting my ideas together. I mean, we're in a multimedia age and I kind of like working with all different facets. This painting I called Man's Progress Through Life. I took that idea from, I was reading an article on the lobster, and there was a painting by Van der Heem, and in the 17th century lots of the idea of the lobster was used in all these ostentatious paintings, and they all used different ideas like pagan Christian beliefs, and in Van der Heem's he used the idea of a lobster can walk forward, sideways and backwards, and I kind of like that idea. And so with the idea of the man in the plane, it's very sort of 1990s, the image, and I thought of this man in the plane just travelling just around the world, and he's actually not getting anywhere really, and I kind of like that idea. I sort of combine acrylics and oil paints. I use gloss paints as well, household paints, and I kind of mix and sort of make funny concoctions up with them really. This painting, I called that Cherries the Size of Golf Balls, and that was taken from an idea from one of the Inquirer newspapers, and I kind of like the idea of cherries the size of golf balls, and the fact that you can grow them this big, and it was a very sort of American way of life, bigger and better. I always pick out on superficial things and the sort of quirky details. I always try to sort of highlight that and then make paintings of that, and I just like the idea of showing how sort of insane we really are in some respects.